We didn't start the show. Hey, welcome to the show.
Oh,
It's great.
did you
Good
not
times.
record
Yeah,
a
no, I didn't start the
hi?
recording. Oh, yeah. Hey, nothing happened. It hasn't been like 2 minutes. It's great. All
That's
right.
totally fine.
All right.
Hello,
So,
everyone.
hello.
This
The first
this
one
is
was
the
a warm up.
solution,
The first one was a warm up.
and we're really, really professional over here at Attack of Opportunity. So this is the solution. We are working our way through Hunt a Killers season 3. It's called Initiation, and we are currently on box 2, so month 2 of season 3, and this is our third show on box 2.
Accurate.
That's a lot of probably
A lot
unnecessary
of
information
months
for
and
anybody that's
twos.
actually following us.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yep.
You know where
Lots.
we are.
Yep.
We're still working through the second box here. So, last week, let's talk about what we did last week.
Holy crap. We did a lot last week without really realizing we did a
did.
lot. And man,
Yeah.
so many things have happened. All right. So last week we solved the thing going on with this. We realized it was, what was this called again? Do you remember?
Radians.
Radians. Yeah.
We learned about radians.
This is a wheel of how to calculate radians to degrees. And we discovered that it relates directly to this compass and all the positions of these letters. And so, which then we got a word out of that from something. I think it was Jasper's letter, right? Because he had all these equations which matched up with all these radians, and we found the word hands.
And hands unlocked for us.
One of the documents would be
archive documents.
This document, in fact, which had, so we unlocked one of these a few weeks ago as well, and this one has the only like real words you can read in here are the word mirror and Cronus. So that's where we got last week. It took us an hour to figure that out.
Yep. Because these are hard.
And we're bad at it. So, you know.
Yeah, we're really not that great. So
No,
if you're in
we
chat
really are not that great,
and you have ideas, we can definitely make use of those.
We'll totally take
great.
suggestions and things from chat.
Yeah.
So hit us up, yo.
All right. So what do we have to do this week? I think. So I mean, we can continue to try to like pour over that archive document, but I honestly feel like it's one of those things that's like it'll collect over months and then we'll figure out where it's going. I feel like
I think there's going to be
we're
a bunch
unlocking
of
the
them.
things and we're reading the actual English in there, and it's not making any sense. So naturally, that's probably going to come later.
Yep, we have to remember there's 6 months of this, so this is 2 of 6. So we have a ways to go before we unlock all of the mystery here.
I have a feeling that what we're supposed to do with that will probably become evident at some point in the fairly near future. But we do have one more document this month. It is a letter to Jasper from Sylvia, who was his mentor,
his friend. I remember the relationship being described as friends. However, I don't know that they've ever met in real life. Would that be inaccurate?
No, I think they have. There's something in the first month, in
this letter,
maybe the letter from Jasper. No, in the from last month.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
There's a letter from.
Yeah, last month. It's not burned. That's how you know.
Oh, sorry. The slide must have frozen because I'm still looking at Jasper's letter.
Oh,
from this month.
Gosh, dang it! Yeah, go ahead, keep talking.
No, it's fine. The letter to somebody from Jasper that talks about like his early life. And it explained the relationship between him and Sylvia, but I don't remember exactly where it is.
This one.
No, it's from Jasper.
This one.
Yes. That is the one. Oh, here it is. I found it.
We're both looking for something relating to Sylvia.
I took up after Manny retired a couple years later, I took up employment with a jeweler named Sylvia, and she introduced me to horology. So, his boss, friend, mentor.
Okay, there is another paragraph further down where he mentions Sylvia. There are no visitors here, but I do hear from Sylvia every now and again, perhaps 3 or 4 times a year. Yep. She keeps me up to date on the comings and goings outside of these walls. Yeah. So that leads us back to the newest letter from Sylvia, which appears to have been set ablaze.
Yes, it do. There's some jazz down in the
Yeah, this. So if di ye o na a yi vu. I don't know what that means.
Here we are again. We are again with that. Can somebody that was here last week, clip Trey doing that 17 times last week and then also again today and just put it together as like a greatest hits, please?
That'd be perfect. It would be wonderful. It's a solid use of everyone's time. I don't see any flaw with this plan whatsoever.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we have to figure out what to do with that. There was something. Okay, so I don't remember where it is, but there's something weird about this letter. There was like a weird cryptic thing that that was like sounded out of place when we were reading it last week or the week before, whatever it was. Like one of those, tip-off indicators. Where was it?
I'm looking.
How does a
horseshoe necklace sound? Horseshoes are such iconic symbols of early craftsmanship. They remind me of the tame, well-trained horses I grew up with in my neighbor's house. Never. Okay.
Yeah, it's this fence shit.
An obedient horse will never jump a rail fence as long as it's well crafted. The standard rail fence has a height of 3 and a cycle of 4.
Yeah, and that doesn't make any damn sense to me. So I'm assuming that has something to do with some cipher and probably the one at the bottom of the page. But I don't know. So a height of 3 and a cycle of 4. So is it something like in a grid? Do we have to like grid out these letters and like match them up to something else? Let me grab a pencil here. I'm going to write down a little bit more clearly what we see on the bottom of her letter because maybe it'll make more sense that way. Hold on. Let's find some paper.
So a rail fence cipher is a thing.
Really?
Yeah. Now we just need to figure out what the cipher is.
Did you just Google it?
Yes. I wanted to know. I had to know. I was like, are we talking about a literal freaking fence or are we talking about some sort of code that we do not know exists?
Hilarious.
So I didn't want the answer. I didn't want the answer to this cipher. Just FYI, chat. Right. Don't give me the answer to this cipher. I just wanted to know that it was a cipher. And so now we understand how to figure out how to make the cipher. So
rail fence cipher has a height of 3 and a cycle of 4. So let's figure out what.
All right. So I would assume, looking at my screen, right? I assume this is a rail fence that has a height of 3, right? So it's 3 rails.
Sure.
What the fuck does cycle of 4 mean?
The 4, like the dots in between. So do you like, I don't know, there's probably instructions in there. Hold on. I'm going to write this stuff down from the letter.
If the rail fence, okay, that's fine. Plain text is written downwards and diagonally on successive rails of an imaginary fence and then moving up when we reach the bottom of the rail. When we reach the top of the rail, the message is written downwards again until the whole plain text is written. What? The message is then read off in rows. For example, we have 3 rails and a message of "We are discovered, flee at once." The cipher writes out. Here's cycle. To determine the puzzle width, tell us subsequent. So two rail puzzle has a cycle of 2 units. 3-rail puzzle has a cycle of 4 letters. What?
And a 4-rail puzzle has a cycle of how many? What does that say?
A cycle of
6, is it?
6, yeah. Letters? The math equation for cycle is cycle equals number of rails times 2, since 2 is the top. That's weird. I don't understand. Here's to solve that. You must know the height of the puzzle. You must know the height and cycle of the puzzle. The height is simply the number of rails. Yeah. I got that. Height is always blah, 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 blah. What is the cycle? You have not properly explained this to me. Determine the
math is right there.
Oh, to determine the puzzle width. It tells us how many total units will be in each row. You must determine the cycle of letters. A cycle of letters runs from the top row. Oh, they just confused me again. Down through each subsequent row and then up again, but stopping before reaching the top row again. Next letter on the top row will actually begin the next cycle. So a 2 rail puzzle is a cycle of 2 units, and a 3 rail puzzle is a cycle of 4 letters. 4 rail puzzle is a cycle of 6 letters. Our 3 rail fence example has a cycle of 4 units. So divide the total units, letters plus spaces, by the cycle number and round down to the next whole number. There are 21 units in the example. So our base puzzle width is 21 by 25. What? It's important to realize that there are 5 full cycles plus a partial cycle of 1 more letter. Holy shit. Divide the total units, letters plus spaces. Where's Sean? God damn it. He would figure this out in a minute. Letters plus spaces by the cycle number and round down to the next whole number. 21 units in this example. All right, so hold on. That makes no... God damn it. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17. No, this does not make sense. All right. Here's my thought. I don't fully understand this yet, but I think the letters in that thing down at the bottom are the cipher. We apply them. We apply them to this rail, these rails, and I still don't understand the cycle part.
I found a rail fence cipher decipherer online.
Oh.
Spoiler: it doesn't work.
Oh. Well.
So I'm doing something. We're doing something wrong. Oh man, dude, I don't understand how to do this. Okay.
Oh, we got to do math.
Okay.
How many letters are in our thing?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12, but there's also an apostrophe. So is it like a character count or is it just letters?
Letters.
12 then. Oh wait. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, 12.
Bick 1334. What's up, man? Thanks for following.
Hi,
we are
Vic.
currently trying to solve this rail cipher. What do you know about rail ciphers, dude? Hit me up. By the way, I'd call you dude, man, or lady. It is not gender specific for me.
That's fair.
Shit.
Okay, so I'm trying to read all this, and it's not.
So I think we need to do some math. So their example uses 21 units, right? So letters plus spaces. Oh, we need to include your spaces. Oh, well, welcome from France. It's like a mystery box game. So the idea here is that we're trying to solve a puzzle that they send to us every month. And so right now we're stuck on this rail cipher where neither of us have ever worked with a rail cipher. So we have to decode this string of text that we found on this document that they sent us right down here. See, it's down on the bottom of this document here. So that's what we're going to be working on. Probably not the most exciting thing ever, but if you happen to know anything about a rail cipher, hit me up. We'll talk.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
And for speaking French, your English is actually super good.
Yeah, no,
It's much better than my French, which consists of one word.
I have friends who type worse than this. So, all right. So their example uses 21 characters, which includes spaces. So we might need to add the spaces that she left in there.
There's a well.
It's
how
hard
do we
to
decide
tell.
what's a space?
Yeah. How do we decide what's a space?
Because they're just kind of all over the place.
Question.
I don't know if there really are any spaces because everything is kind of set in between like flourishes.
Oh God.
Because otherwise, I mean,
Let me look at their example again. So, do you see this string here, Emily, on this page? This is their example.
I do, but I can't really read it.
Right, you don't need to. This is their example, but they don't have multiple spaces. They just have 3 spaces, essentially. So I wonder if we just count each break as a space. Just start there. So it'd be if space, D space, ye space, O space, N space, A space, V, U. Let's try that. So how many characters does it give us then?
So let's see. Can you, well, hold on.
I should have just counted instead of saying
12,
space. I'm an idiot.
Space, YE space, O space, N space, A space, A space, VUW. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
That does not make this easier. So, all right, now we have an equation, right? So this equation is cycle equals number of rails times 2 minus 2. Wait, no, that's not right. Base puzzle width 4 cycle. There are 21 units, so our base puzzle width is 5 times 21 over 4 equals, just round down to 5. They do a terrible job of explaining the math here. So take the first 60 units.
I wonder if there's like somebody online that explains this better.
Yeah, go for it. I'm going to keep trying to figure this out. Therefore, the top row has 6 units in it, 5 full cycles, plus the 1 extra letter that is starting off on the 6th cycle all by itself. What? Why is there an extra letter?
What?
It's trying to explain the math to me, and I'm so confused right now. I kind of get it. At least I feel like I get it. But then I lose track of what's happening here. So all right. So we have 3 rails, and we're told we have a cycle of 6.
Oh, wait. I think I found something that's gonna not require us to maybe do all this crazy ass math.
Right now I'm about to figure out the equation we need to figure out here. So
sure.
There's way too much math in this game, Emily. I need you to present me with a game next time that has way less math in it. That'd be all right.
The other one that I'm doing from Hunt to Killer is called Empty Faces, which is amazing. And the first season just ended, and there was significantly less math in that one. These are difficult equations. These are it's a serious
it's not so much that I think the equation is difficult. It's I'm not a guy who assembles a lot of equations, so I'm
not either,
especially when I've never had to do it before. I don't understand.
Yeah.
So let's oh, look how it decoded. That's stupid. God damn it. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. No. Well, we might have made this way too difficult. Okay, what's the first letter?
I.
And then?
F.
I need the spaces too, so IF.
So it's IF space.
Space.
D space.
Wait, hold on a second. Okay, hold on. No, I lied to you. Hold on a second. I wasn't as ready as I thought I was.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right. So it's going to be I.
Uh-huh.
What's the cycle? 6?
4. Cycle of 4.
Okay. Next letter?
F.
F.
And then space. So just
Space.
IF space so far, right?
Yep. And then 1,
Okay, and
2,
then D.
3. D. Okay.
Space.
Space. Hold on 1, 2, 3. Space. I made this
And then...
way too big. Hold on 1 second. I need to know how long it is, though. That's the only problem I have. So I think I understand how to translate this. I just don't know how to figure out how many like characters wide our fence should be. That's where I'm stuck at the moment. There are 21 units in the example. How many units do we have in there?
Including the spaces?
Yes.
19.
19. So our base puzzle width.
Unless you include the apostrophe, and then it's 20.
We're not going to include the apostrophe.
Okay.
What's a partial cycle of one more letter? So divide the total units, letters plus spaces, by the cycle number and round down to the next whole number. Okay. Letters plus spaces is 13?
19.
19. Divide 4 was our cycle. My calculator.
Right. So, okay, while Trey is doing this math, Bick, I can kind of explain this to you. This is the second month of a subscription box that lasts 6 months, I believe, overall. And basically we're trying to really kind of like solve a murder is what it sounds like. We're getting letters from a psych facility in Bozeman, what was it, Montana?
Bozeman, Montana, yep.
Yeah. Where this person named Jasper Flowers is living, and it sounds like he's a little bit whack. And they're also, in the first box, there was a newspaper clipping that was titled "Gruesome Murder Scene Found at Computer Museum," and it told the story about how, this dude was killed in a computer museum and his chest was excavated, which I find just deliciously gross. And so we're assuming that Jasper has been found guilty of murdering this person, and this person's name was Manny. Yeah, it is totally scary. But there's like a bunch of like psych evaluations and stuff in the first month. And we're getting letters from Jasper, who's the guy that's, probably has been convicted of this crime. And then we're also getting letters that are being sent to him in the facility by his friend Sylvia. And that's what we're working on right now, is deconstructing this cipher here at the bottom of Sylvia's letter. And we also don't know why it's been burned.
Yeah, we have no idea about the burning, so that's weird.
Yeah.
I'm making another attempt. Hold on.
Okay.
I was letting you talk, so I just started getting the letters myself. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's fine.
2, 3, 4. Wait, this didn't answer anything. Hold on a minute.
Well, you failed.
I did. I, in fact, failed.
Okay. That's okay. So did you check that link that I threw up for you?
Did you throw a link up for me?
In Discord, yeah.
Yeah, you really can't do that. I don't watch Discord. Yeah, I can't get to it. I'll break everything.
Oh, that's fine. I can probably just put it... I'll just put it in chat, actually, and then we can just all do this together, and it'll be great. Hold on a second.
3 rails. So do we multiply this by 3 so we get 15?
So I just threw a link in the chat here. It's got a little bit more of a visual explanation of how rail ciphers work. And I still don't get it entirely, but I think I understand a little bit more than I did a second ago from that Wikipedia article, which was really technical and kind of beyond my scope. So it looks like the number of columns is the number of letters. Is that correct?
No, they did 13. Why did they do 13? Oh, they actually wrote a script for this? Wait a minute.
Apparently.
Oh, this is a C++ program. I'm not prepared to run C++, otherwise we might just do this. This was Java. If this was JavaScript, we'd be running this bugger right now.
That's funny.
Hence, the matrix will be of 3 times 12, now making places with text as we get it, as star we get. What? I think I'm close. So let's assume that's true. So we have 13 characters?
I think it was 12. Yeah, 12 and 7 spaces for 19 altogether.
Okay. So let's start again. It's going to be 19 characters wide. Hold on one second. Let me make a 19 character wide dot grid. 1, 2.
And so this has a height of 3. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, and then 19 across.
8, 9, 10. Jesus. Hell of a dot grid. So, does that seem way too long to you? It's basically taking up my entire whiteboard.
No, I'm doing the same thing.
Okay.
6.
And then I make 3 rows, essentially. Where's
12,
this thing?
13.
Cycle of 4, so it'd be...
Oh, fucked it up.
2, 3.
It does look like Morse code.
Base 1, 2, 3. D 1, 2, 3. Space 3. Wait, shit. I wasn't following the stupid dot grid because I'm a jerk. All right, so I 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Space 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god. Okay, so maybe I don't understand
Is that
this
it?
as well as I thought I did.
Space Y 1, 2, 3. E. Hold on 1 second. Did that work right? That didn't work right. That E should have ended up right under the I, or 1 over from the I.
So am I basically just like copying
I'm
our
essentially
ciphertext
getting
into
this
like
back out, right?
I'm doing like this essentially.
No. So you have to count the cycle is what matters here, right? So I start with the I and then go. So the I is the first part of the cycle, and then the second part, third part, fourth part of the cycle. Next letter, 1, 2, 3, space. 1, 2, 3. Next letter, 1, 2, 3. Space. For some reason, I put a Y right after it. That's weird. That might be where it broke.
Oh, I get it. Okay. So I, and then 1, 2, 3.
In theory, this will build out 3 rails.
1, 2, 3. And it can go basically 19 wide, is what you're telling me?
Yes, that's why I put the dots at the top, just as a guide, so I didn't go wider than I should have.
Well, but are we putting the spaces in as well as characters?
Yeah, because that tells us where it breaks. Yeah. So like this
I
would
guess
be
I
this
guess
would
I don't
be
understand
this
what you
is
mean by
my
where it
first
breaks.
rail because we need to know where the words break. Because what essentially as we go across over and over and over again, it's gonna go. We're then gonna read it in a zigzag.
So I F
Yeah. Let me
space
finish. Let me finish
dot.
this and see where we
Yep.
get. Hold on one second.
Yep, I get it.
Space 1, 2. Yeah, no, this is right. This is correct, I think, because my Y ended up in the correct place.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna let you do it then because we're just duplicating our efforts right now.
Yeah, no, things are falling into the right place. I don't know if it's going to make sense.
Cool. Well, it might not be the last step either. We haven't really gotten past this part yet.
That's in fact true. Hold on one second. Let me draw some columns because I'm fucking myself up here.
Okay, let's see here.
Okay, got columns. So 1, 2, 3, F. So Y. So this is going to be an E. Three space 3. O 3 N, and I think this is an N. 1, 2, 3. A again? A. V. 1, 3. U. 1, 2, 3. W. Okay, I don't understand. This didn't work out right. I fucked this up. You're muted. I don't know if you know you did that.
Yep, I am an idiot. No, I was saying I think you should try without the spaces because I don't know that they were. I think that it just goes around the filigree. I don't think the spaces count.
All right. All right. So how many characters do we have without the spaces?
Well, and again, that apostrophe, I think it's got to be important because otherwise, like, seriously, why would they put it?
Let's include the apostrophe. How many characters with the apostrophe?
13.
13?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a space. That's a D. So IFD.
Hold on. Don't say it out loud, please.
Sorry. I'll just be silent because that's.
It's just hard to like do it while you're saying it.
No, I know. I just think that's got to be like great watching.
Well, I mean, like
yeah, I get it.
If we're both doing it, we both can't say it. I guess is the point. Yeah, so this puts the Y at the last character.
So yeah, the Y would be the last one.
So we go down one more letter and then back up again, in theory. So Y. Three. Wait, what? Y. Apostrophe. That's the weirdness.
Wasn't there something weird in the Wikipedia about...
Oh.
Oops.
I'm on my last rail. This isn't right. Maybe it's not right. I don't know. This isn't right.
So are these, like, are we supposed to line these up?
I don't know. It's not right.
Oh, boy. Okay. I'm going to go back to this other page that I was looking at and see if I can figure out how to decrypt Railfence cipher. Railfence decryption requires you to know the number of levels in. Example, write the expected zigzag form and complete it by lines, therefore reading as zigzag. Oh. Oh. The lines are, it's not consistent through the lines. So like, okay, hold on a second. Here's this other thing that I found. I'm going to also drop this in chat, and I'm probably going to get banned for spamming chat, but whatever. Let's see. Ooh, I didn't even get a warning. Look at that. So if you check out that page underneath the decoders, which I like tried and didn't work correctly, there's how to decrypt Railfence cipher. And then there's an example with X's underneath it. It's like halfway down the page.
Yeah.
It shows the number of like actual characters in the second row as many more than were in the first row. So how do we...
What's the text we
How
have?
do we determine that?
What text do we have?
IFDY apostrophe E.
Okay.
ONAA VUW. Oh, maybe I didn't put the apostrophe in. Oh, I didn't. What is it? Y apostrophe
Found
E?
it.
Is that what I said?
We cheated,
What?
but I found it. I've found a way.
What?
There's this box here. Look, no, look at the screen right here.
Well, I can't because it's in a different...
I've found a way.
Oh, that's literally what it says.
Yes. Yes, I've found a way.
I thought you were saying you found a way to solve it. Okay.
So the trick here, there's
It
this
says I
keep
found a way.
there's this keep punctuation in spaces. It would have just pulled your apostrophe out and broken it.
Well, I tried that half an hour ago and I failed. And
You know, it's cool. We made 30 minutes of riveting. We made 30 minutes of riveting math television, and you know, everybody loves watching other people struggle with math problems. So, I don't know why our new friend Bic1334 wouldn't stick around for this. I mean, it was completely and totally riveting. I've found a way. All right.
I've found a way. Okay.
I've found a way. This is a fun little tool we're gonna have to
Wait
keep
a
in mind for the
minute.
future. What?
Well, then in that case, it's also a fucking anagram.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
All those letters were used.
Yeah.
It's just an anagram.
It's a... What do you... What did you think we were doing?
I thought it was like an actual like substitution cipher.
I mean, it is, but essentially, like, by putting it into the cipher, we were reordering the letters, because now you, instead of reading them straight across, you read them down the zigzag.
That's what I'm saying. I thought it was going to be a substitution cipher, not an actual fucking anagram.
Oh, I mean...
I would have just put it in an anagram solver.
I wonder... Okay, hold on. Now I'm curious if an anagram solver will get us there just as quickly. You make a good point.
Might have.
Hold on.
That's funny. We are smart. I wonder if there's anagram solvers that have apostrophe integration.
No. So an anagram is just a word. This is an entire phrase.
No, there's anagram solvers that you can like, you pick the first word and then it works with what's left. And if you can't find anything there, then you go pick a different first word. It's like I would Google like phrase anagram solver. You can like exclude shit from the anagram if you think that you know one of the words. I used it for a really hard one for empty faces. It was an anagram of the phrase. Oh, I don't want to give that away.
I'm a bigger fan of the rail fence thing. It made.
I mean, it's cool. Sense. Like it's now I know how to do that.
I don't think it's as simple as an anagram. I really don't.
Well, with that many words, anagrams are like harder.
Well, because there's no, like in our case, there's no spaces, there's punctuation. I don't think you could have solved this with an anagram solver.
Right.
Maybe their example here, though.
Maybe.
Whatever. All right, cool. So I've found a way. Let's head back to Sylvia's letter.
Yep.
Okay. I've found a way. Where's Sylvia's letter? All right, so I've found a way.
So that's Sylvia talking to Jasper. I found a way to what? Bust you out, Jasper?
Maybe.
Maybe it's a jailbreak story. I don't know.
Oh, that would be a twist.
Or maybe like she's found a way to prove his innocence. Ooh.
Yeah. Maybe.
It's very serious.
Do we actually believe this man is innocent though? Like
Jasper?
on one of his previous letters, he was like, I tore him apart like fucking Humpty Dumpty, and that's creepy. Where was it? It was this one.
Maybe it's like a primal fear situation where he's got like
Manny. I took Manny apart like Humpty Dumpty, disorder. But next time I'll find a way to best the king's men. Man said that.
Well, but maybe Manny was like evil or an agent of some shadow government conspiracy thing or an alien. Maybe Manny is an alien. You don't know. Maybe Manny was the bad guy and Sylvia knows it and she's trying to bust Jasper out. Plot twist.
That is way too much conspiracy. Way too much conspiracy. I can't handle it. Too much conspiracy.
You don't know.
All right, so Sylvia found a way. Or what did she say before? Hang in there just a little longer, right? Or just a little longer.
Hang in there just a little longer. Just a little longer.
For some reason, there was no ER. It was just longer. Just a little longer. And so she's really good at things. She also said, so, you know, I don't understand what is happening between her and Jasper here. It's kind of creeping me out. We got this weird sheriff that says things are great, but things are not obviously great.
Things are obviously not great.
And we have this shit.
Felix is like not believing.
Also true. Felix doesn't believe the sheriff. He doesn't trust the doctor lady. What is going on with this document too? I really would.
I don't know. I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, we got the... I guess, is there anything else on here that we didn't...
I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff on here that we just like didn't...
we think that is like related to... I guess maybe we should start by asking, are there any other puzzles this week or this month?
Oh, like,
this box
like very clear puzzles.
Right. Like we can probably glean more information, but I think we're
there's
caught up
Meg.
on like
Meg is a constant puzzle.
Meg is, she got real arty and wordy in this letter. Every time I look at my camera, I think about how crazy it is that photography can apply to so many things. We really are just looking out for your mental well-being to keep you healthy and whole. Thanks for listening, Mel Gibson. Meg Gibson.
Mel Gibson. Was this Meg's desk or Jasper's desk? I don't remember.
That is Jasper's desk. And that is a photo, I think, that was taken by Sylvia, remember? Because she said she put everything, like, right back the way that it should be, including his copy of The Sound and the Fury.
The Sound and the Fury.
Yep.
Huh. Wait, she said what? Go back.
Didn't she? We talked about the book on the
shop is
picture.
Is still doing fine in case you're wondering. I didn't want to mess with your workstation while you were away, but I needed to do some cleaning. Don't worry though. Oh, we don't know what timeline these letters are taking place in either, do we? Like these Sylvia letters may be old versus, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we talked last week about that maybe like this might have been the first one that she sent, because there was something in here either that got resolved last month or I don't remember.
Oh, it was the expo in Helena.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember my last letter when I mentioned the Artisan Expo in Helena? And then we look at the other one here. And she mentions it again.
Something about they took away her time slot, or like.
Yeah, they changed the time slot, something like that. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So. Well, there's that. That's cool.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
Dang. I don't know that we have a whole lot of time to solve anything else this week.
I don't know that there's anything else to solve this month, to tell you the truth.
There's a bunch going on with this stupid document that we don't understand. Remember the grasshopper escapement nonsense?
Yeah.
Yeah, we still don't understand what's going on with that.
I mean, that's just like a watch thing, though, right?
Yeah.
I just assumed these were like crazy people doodles.
Is he just sharing?
It's from his journal. I don't know.
But is he just sharing like crazy people thoughts with us, or is he actually like trying to send us a message that we don't understand because we didn't carefully pick through this document?
Man.
Find out next week on The Solution.
Nice.
Yeah. No, for real though. We've been having a lot of technical problems the last few weeks. They have been solved, guys. We are in a good spot. Technical problems solved. We are going full steam ahead. We have 2 new shows starting in the next month. Potentially a third. I think Emily and I talked about the potential third show kicking off in the next month or so. And so we're gonna have a whole lot more going on. But yeah, the technical problems that were kind of keeping us held back have been corrected, and we are moving forward. Emily, do you have anything else you want to add to this?
Very exciting. Yeah, we're gonna do tomorrow, right?
Yeah, Attack of Opportunity tomorrow.
Our main D&D game, which is super duper fun, and we're working through some Curse of Strahd stuff, which is very interesting to me, as I have never played that campaign and don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I think we actually get to meet a Count Strahd.
Ooh, dang. So yeah, that happens tomorrow at 3. Why do I not know this off the top of my head? I think it's 3. It's 4. In my calendar. Whatever.
4.
We
gather at 3. Show starts at 4.
Maybe that's why I'm thinking 3. Yeah, so it's 4 o'clock Eastern. Yep. That's tomorrow. Find us on social media. We're Attack of Op just about everywhere. Throw us a follow if you haven't yet. Thanks for playing along, and we'll see you next week.
Whoa. Back this train up just a little bit. We forgot one very important detail.
Ooh,
we're doing a giveaway. We are giving away a player's handbook and a set of dice to
that's right.
one of our first 100 followers, excluding anyone who's on one of our shows. But if you give us a follow on Twitch, as soon as we hit 100 followers, we're going to pick a name and contact you and give away this handbook and dice for free. All you have to do is just follow us and hopefully enjoy our shows. So...
Yeah, and Trey has more than enough D&D shit sitting around his house and probably doesn't really want to hang on Player's Handbook for a whole lot longer.
Yeah,
Where are we at with follows right now?
That was a question I was not prepared to answer. Thanks, Emily. Stand by.
Let's find out, shall we?
24. We are nice. We are 1/4 of our way to this goal.
We are getting there.
Yeah. Yep.
Alrighty. We'll get your name in there for free stuff.
Yeah. Do it. Follow
Everybody
us.
likes free stuff.
Click the button. You can find all of our shows on YouTube after we're done. You can follow us on Twitch at Attack of Op. You can follow us on Twitter, Twitch and Twitter. All the T's. Follow us there. You can also find us on Facebook at Attack of Op as well. I'm Trey. This was Emily. We had a lot of fun playing the solution today. Math with friends. We'll see you next week on Solution.
Bye, guys.